Alright, welcome back. So it looks like every American's gonna get 10,000 bucks. I'll talk about this later. First of all, not financial advice. Consult your licensed financial advisor before doing anything. I am not a licensed financial advisor. Everyone's situation is absolutely different. Risk tolerance, age, income streams, you name it. So this channel is more about trading, and I give you guys my opinion on the economy and the markets. Okay, so I had like 2 videos done earlier. I've made like 3 hours worth of videos for the private group. If you're interested, go to my website. Links below this video. So, futures, well, this is the markets today. Huge rally in the markets today. Now, there's a couple reasons why. I'll talk about that in a second. And let's take a look at the futures. Right now, it's about 9 p.m. Wednesday, April 29th. Slightly, well, it's mixed, right? But mainly up. Gold's up. So why did the market rally? Well, 2 reasons. One is remdesivir study came out and it says it does work. A few weeks ago they said it worked, and then they said it was misleading and it didn't. I don't know. I'm not going to believe anything until I see it. And there's tests and trials and whatnot. This stuff should work because it already works they're already doing it in Asia. I have inside sources telling me that they're using the stuff and it's working just fine, like South Korea and whatnot. But today, the real reason why the market, that was the beginning of the rally in the morning. And, another reason is people are anticipating the lockdowns lifting, right? But another reason was the FOMC, right? Powell finally spoke. He hasn't spoken in months since this crisis really took off. And I couldn't wait. Now, what was funny was they were doing it through the press conference. They were doing it through like a Zoom call. And a lot of these reporters, I mean, it looks like they were sitting in their bathrooms. One of them literally looked like she was 16 and had like those glow-in-the-dark stars on her wall in the background. I don't know if they're purposely doing this just to troll the public. But this is probably the most important press conference. I posted about it on Twitter. Like, in a very long time. Probably ever. And it just looks ridiculous. It looked like a bunch of kids, with an online class asking questions. It was ridiculous. Another thing I noticed was Powell was super prepared for this press conference. I mean, the opening speech, I mean, you could tell he practiced. This was definitely pre-scripted and well written. It literally sounded like he was the president, doing a conference or a speech for the public, for the country. That's what it literally sounded like. And he seemed serious, and for some reason he had all kinds of opinions on the virus. It was really weird. And I'm just like, come on, you're the Fed chairman. You could only do 2 things. You can only do a few things: raise rates, lower rates, print money. So, anyways, he pretty much made a speech as if he was saving the world. I'm not even joking. If you guys haven't watched it, I post the live stream in the newsroom. You can still find it. It's in there. The link to the free chat groups and the newsroom is below this video. All right, so I I mean the markets just roared higher. Why was that? Because he literally said that don't worry about inflation, because the reporters asked some of them asked some good questions, and he literally said don't worry about the deficits, don't worry about inflation. Right now we will do whatever it takes, and he literally said that we will do whatever it takes. And that's the line from Mario Draghi, ECB, like many years back. And I warned that he was going to probably say that. So the markets pretty much took that as the Powell put, like the Greenspan put and the Bernanke put. And literally the news anchors on CNBC are literally calling it the Powell put. And they're laughing. They're all, giddy on free money stimulus, juicing the markets and just causing unintended consequences that are going to come later on, and misallocation. I mean, this is absolute absurdity. What else is there to say? Now, you guys have to understand, a lot of these stocks that shouldn't even be rallying whatsoever. I mean, one of the cruise liners just came out, and we shorted these cruise liners in the private group. Huge gains. We took those shorts off, but we took profits. But one of them came out today with some news that they're laying off 20% of people, but the stock's up like 13% today. Why is that? People can't understand this. Or the speculators doing this. No, all these stocks, guys, are thrown into index funds. The index funds are like baskets of hundreds of stocks or thousands. And then but most of the stocks are weighted like 30-40% or something insane on the big major FANG stocks, like Facebook, Amazon, Google, Microsoft. And when you have that, they become the tide that raises all ships. And then not just that, retail investors, institutional money floods into the index funds when they hear the central banker say we're going to print endless money. And this is on top of what's already been done. I mean, the Fed's already done like 6 trillion. They added like 4 trillion to the balance sheet. Globally, we're over like 13 trillion. It's freaking insane. And these stocks, see how these squares are larger than the rest? It's based off their market caps. They are heavily weighted in the index funds like Ray Dalio's and Bridgewater. And all the money floods into the index funds. And because 40% of the index fund or 30%, whatever it is these major stocks, right? And then they pull up the rest of the market with it. Also, ETFs are pretty much allocated the same way, so it raises all the crap, all equities across the board, broadly. All right, so you guys understand that. Rates spiked for a second. Although they are tapering their QE infinity through the repo purchases, but it'll pick back up later. I don't know. I have to go more into detail. There's just so much to talk about. It's pretty insane. What else did I want to talk about? Oh yeah, $10,000. So Kyle Bass, he's like the advisor to the president, and he tweeted this out not too long ago, like a week ago. That they're looking at sending everyone a $10,000 check if you forgo your like Social Security payments from like 67 to 68, like a year of it. I I'm gonna take it. I guarantee you, whatever you're gonna get later on for your retirement, it's gonna be worth nothing. I mean, they'll give you a check, but the check will be, because who knows how high inflation will be by then. I mean, I'm probably never gonna see anything. So yeah, hell yeah, I'll take the 10 grand. Now, what is that gonna do? It's gonna cause major inflation at the store because we're already starting to see the supply chain break. Meat, poultry, right? Chickens are getting slaughtered. There's just farms throwing away potatoes, all kinds of crazy stuff because the workers didn't show up. Apparently, farming's not essential in some states, which is absolutely. I mean, this is why I have no faith in humanity. This is how stupid our elected officials are. And this is the reason we get food thrown away and we get shortages is because of your central planning and your leaders apparently elected by us. And the supply chain globally is broken. A lot of our fruits and vegetables come from abroad. And now everyone gets a $10,000 check. They'll go to the store. Everyone's going to raise their prices. The car bubble, it's going to be delayed from popping again because everyone's going to buy cars with them. I don't know. Anyways, it'll kickstart the economy, but it'll definitely cause. You're going to notice inflation if they actually do that. This is not confirmed, but I'm really hoping it will happen. I can't lie. Now, you know what I'm going to do with that 10 grand, right? I'm going to buy some more mining stocks. Turn that into a quick 100K if they do that, which I'm hoping. All right, so let's talk about what's going on. Everyone's still fearing the greatest depression ever. What else is going on? FDA could approve remdesivir by tomorrow. That would be good, because I'd rather take that than get force injected. Look at this. Tyson Food offers workers a $1,000 bonus to return to factories. he literally said that. Now is not the time to be concerned about debt. Peter Schiff's so right, guys. He's so right. His last video on his channel was really good. Really good. He pretty much we're going to get inflation, and it's because eventually the debt will matter. It will matter. Don't know when, but it will eventually. It's not if, but when. And when it does, that's when you see finally the inflation. I hope it happens later than sooner, because metals are going to go up no matter what. They go up during deflation as well, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, Saks Fifth filing for bankruptcy. A lot of these retailers are just going to go bust, guys. They've been in trouble for years. All you're going to have is Amazon, which is a nightmare. Like I said, watch those movies like Blade Runner. The original Blade Runner, that was more about corporatocracy and monopoly corporations, right? So we're not going to see a V-shaped recovery in the real economy. On the markets we will, but the real economy, no. What we're going to end up having is everyone on the on the nipple, on getting paid more on welfare and not working. And what are they going to do? They're just going to spend money, not work. We're going to have less workers creating less products and services, and then we're going to have more money chasing that. Hence inflation. What else is going on? Smash them likes, guys. Leave anything in the comment section. I will eventually get around to your comment. I don't know if you guys get notified when I comment back. I've never experienced it. So China officials renews calls to dethrone the dollar. Uh, yeah, the world's pretty angry, and China and the U.S. are definitely in a cold war, guys. Um, you guys can read up on. I've talked about it in the past. I don't want this video to get 200,000 workers risk losing legal status. That's a lot. Yeah, I mean, countries are going to look out for their own people from now on, because if they don't, and they don't give their own citizens work, the pitchforks come out and the torches. So all of these people who came to the US, and they get a lot of them work in Silicon Valley. They get paid like 80 grand a year or over six figures, and they're not even like citizens. And Americans are pretty pissed about it, but yeah, they're gonna get parties over for them. What else? So I don't know if infection rates are spiking once the lockdowns are coming off. I really hope they don't, because I don't want, because the economy, like I'm telling you guys, it's way more important than this nasty bug, this nano zombie. This is sad, eh? Canadians. I mean, I feel there's a lot of Canadians in my chat groups. A lot. I feel like a lot of Canadians are, you know, based or really awoke, but a lot of you are just, I don't know what happened, but that's sad. So I don't want to make this a long video. I just talked about that. Airliners rallied today too, which makes no sense. Do you really think airliners are going to bounce back anytime soon? No. And it doesn't matter if they get bailouts. And Trump just announced that, or was it last night, that he's bailing out? No, today he's bailing out oil companies. And we had an awesome trade, like for energy stocks in the private group, which is going to look really awesome tomorrow. All right, let's talk real quick about gold. You know what? Here we go. This is what I think is going to happen. This is subject to change. We could get a dip back down to 1700, 1680, but even if we do, the mining companies may still rally anyways, because their earnings are going to come out and they're still priced around $1,300 an ounce gold and like $13 an ounce silver. So they might just rally despite the fact there's a pullback for the next 2 months or a month, something like that, in gold. Okay, guys? But it might not dip at all, because fundamentally, I mean, Powell just came out and he said he's going to print endlessly until, I don't know. I don't know until when. Like, it's not going to end, because the real economy really is in deep trouble. So I'm hoping this spring and summer, and I'm guessing, and I'm personally invested and strategized for this: a breakout once the price gets back above 1800. There's no resistance according to TA on the chart, and it can just shoot straight up, and then maybe the futures market will finally break, go limit up, and I don't know how high it's going to go. I would be happy if it just gets to 2300, and then we'll get a huge correction later this year, maybe third or fourth quarter, and then again higher in 2021. That's what I'm hoping, and I am seeing according to my TA and considering fundamentals and everything that is going on. Also, as the Eurozone breaks apart, that'll also give metals a boost, and I think that'll happen probably midsummer, if I had to guess. I'm not a prophet, okay? Stock market. I told you guys in my last video, I am actually leaning towards higher stocks in the market rally. And that's pretty much what's happening because the Powell put is in place. And, the real economy, it might not be doing great, but who cares, right? When they're printing money and reinflating this stock market. So, where is, come on, where's the S&P? I did not prepare. Give me a second. Okay. Well, I will just use this chart. Oh, look at this. The dollar fell back down today on Powell's comments. Hopefully it'll finally retest the bottom around the 96 handle. That would be awesome for metals. That'd be absolutely awesome. Like, that's not going to create, it's not a weak dollar, but it's a dollar pulling back, which metals is way more sensitive to. Here's the Dow. Look at this. Now, are we going to get a V bottom or a V reversal and then all-time highs? Yeah, I think it's possible. Very possible. Especially if they do more stimulus. I mean, if they send out those checks, oh yeah. And then I heard a rumor that first line workers will get 25,000. These are all rumors, nothing is confirmed. But if they do that, I mean, you're going to see the velocity of money really pick up. And then things are going to look artificially really good again. And the stock market's just going to go higher and higher. But metals are going to go even higher. And the mining stocks. So I'm excited for that, at least. I'll make another video tomorrow, and we'll do more in-depth TA. Right now, for the short term, I do see the Dow and the S&P revisiting the 200-day moving average. On the Dow, that's around 25,000. So I'll leave it at that for now. Alright guys, smash some likes, leave anything in the comment section, and check out my website, check out the free chat groups, and later.